Well, Coach, first off, you guys returned this week for that Anderson invite up there in Washington, the site, the regionals and nationals. So I'm sure you're happy to be going up there, taking the team up there and competing, and not only for this weekend, but it has an importance later in the season.
I think the best way to describe it is the little things become larger later in the season. So we'll stay at the same hotel and eat the same food. We're already going to know where we're at, so to speak, because we previewed it. So that's the whole reasoning for going up to preview. If it's somewhere on the West Coast, we'll try to make it just because we know what to look forward to in November. So definitely the regional championships is our time to peak, so we can make it to nationals again, and hence the reason why we're going up to this week in the preview in September, so we know what to expect in a couple months.
This early in the season, for the men's squad being ranked third, good. I mean, does it mean a lot to you, or do you wait later in the season and then take a look at that?
Yeah, generally it's just, I think the rankings really are what they are. It's nice to get some good publicity. It's nice to be in the top half of the rankings for both men and women, but I think it just really, it's more important how you perform, obviously, when it comes that time. So we have a lot left in respect to the men. I feel personally that the women are about maybe 2 steps ahead of the men because of non-injuries and things like that, knock on wood, but like I say, the men have a lot left to kind of show us, and we're going to run Joe Ostini this weekend. Jansen Osier's producing really well as far as getting back from his injury, and then we'll just kind of keep things in momentum throughout the month of October. But yeah, I'm glad to see that we're being respected. It's nice to see that, and the athletes deserve that. They've been working really hard, but it really matters in November, so that's what we'll concentrate on.
How important is it for you guys, for the runners not going up to Washington? It looks like everybody else going down to the Sonoma State. It looks like they're having to make one, and how important is it to get some of the team to be going up north and then south?
The reason for the split squad is we just can't travel 15 on each gender. We just kind of made it up to 10, maybe 11 at the most for the women that we'll take up there, because you just don't know who's going to be the top 7 come regional championship time or conference championship time. So we're going to send the other split squad down to Sonoma just to get a good race in. And as I told the athletes, that the roster is always evolving. It's just, we might have injuries, we might have ineligibilities for whatever reasons, and we'll just keep that evolving so that we have the best team on the course on that specific date. So we want to give everybody a chance to race. That's why we have the split squad.
As a coach, is it a good problem to have when you're trying to pick the top to go up north? Is that something good? I mean, it's better than just, I guess.
Yeah, it's good. What's kind of nice about running, it's very objective. I mean, it's either you run faster than the other person or you don't. But sometimes you get somebody who does well on one circumstance and they didn't do well in the race for whatever reason because of sickness or illness. So it can become hard making those decisions. But if it's close, then I'll try to take both of them and just give them both the benefit of the doubt and just bring them up to Spokane. But as far as the split squad for Sonoma, they too have a chance to prove for themselves as well, just so they can make the team and go from there.
Last question for me, for the team going up to Washington, what kind of goal do you have set for both the men's and women's teams this weekend?
We're going to have good regional competition. Western Oregon will be there, Western Washington, Simon Fraser, Cal Baptist, and those are all good contenders on the men's and women's sides for us to kind of measure up against. So even though it's early in the season, we'll kind of get an idea of what we have to do in order to make nationals. So it kind of gives us a good measuring stick on where we're at this point in time. And then we can make adjustments and just run faster. But I think that, given the circumstance, it's going to be, I'm really happy to go up there again, but it's more in respect to getting a feel for the course and knowing all the turns and knowing all the hills and knowing the hotel that we're going to be staying at and the food to eat and all the small things that make a big difference when you don't go somewhere beforehand. So we'll have that under our belt. We can just concentrate on racing come November.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Scott. All right, guys. Yeah, real good.